Hello and welcome again to the Education and Lifestyle channel. I'm your host Karthik. We've been posting a lot of videos over the last year on various topics, immigration and non-immigration related. And there was a long gap in between since we posted our last video.
Yes.
You may be wondering why. We used to record our videos in a makeshift studio, so-called, with a green screen in between our workstations. We have taken this time off because of various reasons like lockdowns and stay-at-home orders and so on and so forth. Now we have come up with our own brand new studio, right? So we have big plans. We are going to invite a lot of personalities who are going to earn and experts who are going to come here and share a lot of their insights and knowledge with all of you and with us as well. And together, me and Sailesh here, we are also going to post a lot of informative discussions or debates, I would say, over the next few weeks, months, possibly years as well, right? So let's get started. We are very excited about this new studio, and I would also again like to welcome Sailesh to the brand new studio. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Karthik.
How have you been?
Hi, everybody.
How have you been, and how has COVID treated you?
Wow. It's been a year, Karthik. Today is March 17, 2021, and it's exactly about a year now since COVID has taken our life in a different style altogether. We had the wave 1 and wave 2, and then they're expecting a wave 3 to happen. But good thing is the vaccines are on the rollout. Canada has approved 4 vaccines so far, which is a good thing. I mean, these kind of encouraging news makes you want to come out and express yourself in a very clear way. Of course, we keep maintaining our distance in the office.
We wear masks all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So those things, like, we have to honor. We have to respect that those kind of things, but at the same time, we have to get the life going. We cannot be just brooding and depressed and stay at home. Though there are times for that, but there are times that you need to be out and about, expressing the goodness. That is what I feel about anything, pandemic, non-pandemic. You have to be positive about things, and that's the time we took out and did a studio. Things are going to be so good for us, inviting people, interesting discussions, so on. So that's what I'm excited about.
Excellent. All right. And when I think the last video that you did was about COVID. That's where I think we ended. You did a few videos focusing on Canada's response on COVID and how people have been benefited by all the policies, new policies, and all the financial assistance and so on and so forth. And in one of the episodes, you did touch regarding wearing masks, whether to wear a mask and so on and so forth.
Right.
So since you've done all these research work to do these videos, I believe you must have the answer for the question, where did it all start? Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, true. See, look at it this way. The time well spent with the family. Okay, that is exactly how I would rate this last 1 year to be. We've watched movies together, lots and lots of movies. You won't believe, series of movies, like Lord of the Rings is one series, Harry Potter is another series, Star Wars is another series. So we used to watch with the family, all 4 of us. I mean, I got 2 kids, and then all 4 of us sit and watch, and then we try to discuss about the movie after the thing is over. So it has been a very good kind of a family get together kind of thing. So that is one thing. And the multi-part videos that I used to started on COVID. After I watched the movies, it took a different turn as well for me. Okay, one good thing is I'm blessed. We are blessed for sure, and I'm sure you agree with me that we are blessed to be in Canada.
Correct.
Things, the way the government has handled this in terms of wage subsidies, in terms of benefits given to the Canadian, I think that's phenomenal. I still would thank the Canadian government for what they've done so far. Vaccine rollouts are a delay, but then what? I mean, we're not producing here. We don't have a pharmaceutical
Everything
company.
is
exactly
imported.
We are importing. So criticizing what the government is not able to do anything is not the right way to go about it. But at the same time, of course, opposition has got their agenda to oppose. That's fine. But on the whole, I think they've done a phenomenal job. Anybody for that matter, I mean any government for that matter would do that, but Canada has got the financial capability. Okay, the economy is so good That is why people want to come from all around the world to settle in Canada, right? Okay, so during this time, the last 1 year, watching these series of movies, I got into thinking. Okay, there are 3 movies which I saw. Now, here is the debate, right? I mean, everybody talks about, okay, whether this COVID is man-made or is it natural, okay?
Correct.
Now, here are 3 movies that I saw. I'll put it in a different order. In 2011, Contagion, a movie called Contagion was released, all right? In this movie, it's Matt Damon movie. It's about the pandemic, how the pandemic started. The movie ends by saying where the pandemic started.
You don't want to spoil it.
I don't want to spoil it. I don't. Yeah, I don't want to be doing that. What happens is basically this is the respiratory droplets. How it gets transmitted
Spreads
from one person to another. That is what the movie is all about, and it's phenomenal. When you look at that movie, okay, that movie grossed about $136 million. Okay, but in 2020, I think it doubled that.
Just during the pandemic.
Just during the pandemic.
Nobody knew that such a movie existed.
Maybe not.
All of a sudden.
And this movie was exactly replicated of what was happening at this current time.
Right.
And then finally the movie towards the end is when how this pandemic came about. The next movie we saw, of course, during the series of movies, was Planet of Apes. Okay, that's again 2011. There's a movie called Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Correct.
Okay, in that movie is another pandemic, how it spreads, but that's man-made. Okay, there is a pharmaceutical company. They are basically making a chemical to enhance the capability of the apes or the chimpanzees. That gets leaked out into a human thing, becomes gaseous. The gaseous thing that comes out, and the person who inhales it, okay, gets infected with the virus. How he goes on to spreading, okay, that's how the whole world gets spread. So now here again, now this is man-made, right? Okay. Then there's another 2016 movie, okay, Inferno. Okay, the first movie of that series is Da Vinci Code. Then there's Angels and Demons, and the third part of that is called Inferno. This again, there's a guy whose intention is basically to wipe half the world. Okay, so what does he do? He creates a virus, which basically that's how the movie ends, right?
Much before Thanos.
Exactly. Okay, now that's the one. In 2018 comes Thanos, who does this and wipes half the universe, right? So here I leave it to the audience to take a guess. What is COVID actually really? Is it man-made or is it a natural thing that happened? But no, I don't think anybody can answer that question. Correct. Right? But it's food for thought. Watching these movies will take a different, perspective of how you want to think, what you want to think. There are so many things that's happening. They're saying, okay, of course, you will look at Amazon, Walmart. These are the giants who have, tripled what they earn. And then there are mama papa companies, no business. Small time grocers all over the world. It's not just in Canada. All over the world, they can't do business. So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to wipe them out? I do not know. I'm not the one to judge this, but the thing is, you look at it. Then they say, vaccine rollouts. There are companies who are invested in vaccine producers or manufacturers. Pharmaceutical companies, exactly. So they know that by investing in these kind of companies, they're going to triple their profits and whatsoever. So is that why a pandemic was released out in the world?
It's anyone's guess.
Exactly.
Right?
So my theory of COVID, kind of, the benefits is one part, which is very good, the way the government is taking care of it. On the other side, you want to think, hey, why did this thing come in the first place, right? So anyway, that's for you to guess.
There's been a lot of theories circulating, and also what we see in the news and what we read. There are so many influencing factors.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I think the most important thing is to remain positive. Take only the positives out of it.
Positive, not the positive COVID.
Not COVID positive, but obviously. So take the positive outcomes of COVID.
Exactly.
Like how you pointed out, staying with family, spending more time with family, kids staying indoors, stuff like that. Right?
Absolutely.
So now thinking about positives, because we talk a lot of immigration and updates related to Canada immigration, something very exciting happened very recently.
Oh yes.
Specifically for those who are in Canada.
Great.
And who have had work experience,
right?
Canadian work experience. So that was the recent draw that happened for the Canadian experience class.
True.
And unbelievably so, 75 points was the cutoff score.
Exactly.
Which we never thought in the wildest of our dreams will happen ever.
True.
but it came as a blessing in disguise for those people who were contributing to Canada
Exactly.
to manage the COVID situation, frontline workers, any person who has contributed. So Canadian government wanted to give back by saying thank you for helping us through this pandemic. Can you talk a little bit more about what
Absolutely.
happened there?
This is one of the reasons why viewers who's watching from outside of Canada, okay, or inside Canada, should be thankful for what Canada has done and how Canada has really transformed this whole thing altogether. Okay, now here on February 13th, okay, I have to quote this incident because it is something phenomenal. February 13th of 2021 was a very cold day in Brampton or Toronto, or Ontario. Okay, and here I was, 9:30, I think, approximately around 9:30 a.m. I was outside Costco, okay, in Vaughan, and I was wearing gloves and I had the earmuff as well because it is cold, and they had a restriction of how many people can enter a thing, right? You can't just go in and go into Costco. So they had a lineup. So number of people going out, number of people can enter, right? Exactly. So we were all outside, and here it's cold. Okay, of course I was wearing the protection whatsoever, right? But then suddenly my phone's buzzing, calls are coming in, buzzing. So I had to obviously remove the gloves. So to see what is happening, and here it was saying 27,300 odd people have been selected in 75. First thing that comes to your mind is it's an error, it's a mistake, it cannot happen. How can one get 75 points, right? So here you want to do a calculation or answer the calls that's coming in. There are clients calling left, right and center. Sir, is this true? Is this really happening? You know, in the office, there's a Skype, we have a Skype group in the office. Everybody's messaging. This is
75 is happening. So
75 is happening.
I remember everybody pointing out saying this is definitely a clerical error.
Absolutely.
It cannot be 75. It must be 375 or something like that.
And
but
exactly.
there's no way it's 75.
Exactly. And then the number also was a very good thing. It's 27,300 odd applications have been selected and got ITA. So which means what Canada has basically done. Okay, after some time, of course, you realize it is not an error. It is actually the immigration minister did come out and made a speech.
He made a
well
tweet as well, which we shared in our Facebook,
Instagram as well. We shared it, and what he says is, of course, we want to respect those people who have been working hard, like you said. We want to recognize those people who have worked in Canada, contributed to Canada. We want to recognize those people, and if they have completed 1 year of work and they've got their profile in the Express Entry, out you are. Absolutely, you got your ITA. Okay, so this made an uproar. Basically, it was great development on that day, and that Saturday Sunday was gone for me because the number of calls and the invitations that were coming after that 24 hours to 48 hours, the number of invitations and calling back those clients and then setting up the administration for how to process it in the next 90 days or whatsoever. So that took my weekend away. But I was so thankful. The clients who were there in the Express Entry pool were thankful, and the people who didn't create, that is another thing as well, which I felt bad. The people who had finished 1 year. Okay, now here are people in Ontario, especially let's say you completed 12th grade, you did two-year post-secondary program. It's difficult for you to in Ontario to be successful. Because when the points are high, you would get a low points, and here they are all contemplating to go to a different province. But when a score like 75 comes in, you don't necessarily need to do that, right? So those are the people who had not created the Express Entry profile, and they were saying, "Oh my God, I should have done this. Yeah. I should have listened to my consultant."
Nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw it. Nobody's fault.
Absolutely. So that's how I would treat it as well. But then there were consultants who were saying, "Oh, there's going to be another draw next week."
Trying to make money
out of it. So everything happened, right? I mean, but we knew that there's nobody in the Express Entry pool, especially the CEC, the Canadian Experience Class candidates. Nobody were in the pool. So how can there be a draw next week? For me, the positive sign of this is if there is nobody in the Canadian Experience Class pool, in the pool, then what happens is FSW, the people who are on federal skilled worker outside Canada, could look forward to a draw with a low score. Obviously, if you look at the calculation, right? I mean, if you look at the number of people in the Express Entry pool and CEC is completely taken out, who's remaining? The FSW people are remaining, or the PNPs are remaining. So which means creating a profile is mandatory. I would really think, if you are thinking about coming to Canada and you do qualify, there is a 67-point qualification that you need. Don't look at the CRS scores, please. I mean, I know many candidates, when the first call comes in or they send an inquiry form, they want to know what their CRS is. No, don't look at CRS. As long as you have IELTS and you have an ECA result, only then you can come into the Express Entry pool. So please focus your efforts on getting the ECA result. Okay, there is WEST, there is ICAS, there is University of Toronto, there is University of BC, British Columbia. All of them do education credential evaluation.
Right.
Approach them or come to us. We'll help you in filing that application. Go register for CELPIP. Go register for IELTS. All right. These are things that they need to do, and then come into the express entry pool. Park yourself there. Okay, there's a time and effort to be done. So we do charge a fees. Everybody charges a fees. Okay, but the thing is,
but the risk is minimum because there's no application fee involved at the pool stage.
Yeah.
If something like this happens, you have to be there when it happens. So
in India, we have slashed our rates. Because after this incident, so when we knew the federal skilled worker candidates are the ones who are going to be chosen for the next draw, so we cut our rates like into half or less than that. So contact our India office or contact us after this watching this video. Give your comments, and then we'll tell you exactly what you need to do there as the next step. What you need to send us, how we do assessment, and we get back to you with our rates and whatever. I think that is how they should be looking at.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that was a very good start for our new series of videos. I would say in our new studio, so-called studio. We consider this as a studio. It's a pretty big space as well. So like we said, always stay positive. Look for the positives. Though COVID has presented a lot of challenges for immigration, especially which is our industry, Canada has still managed to push through with a lot of approvals. We kept receiving a lot of study permit approvals.
Yes.
A lot of work permits have been approved. You've been receiving a lot of LMI approvals and work permits, employer specific.
LMIs have been on the rise actually. The LMI approvals, that's one thing Canada did very well. When for the workforce, they wanted a lot of workforce in Canada. So what they did was, like any employer who put in the LMI application was processed in record time, and then when you have a positive LMI and you do a work permit, those work permits were processed very fast as well. Because they wanted more foreign workers coming into Canada, because to help out in this pandemic situation, workforce and whatever. So that is a very good move what Canada did, and that's
absolutely, I agree with that. That is because Canada depends heavily on immigration. There has to be sustained level of immigrations every year.
Correct.
There has to be people coming in regularly to meet the market requirements, right?
Understood. Yeah.
Not just economic, but also there are a lot of employers who are struggling.
Correct.
They are not able to find skilled people, and when COVID stopped travel, it was cold turkey. It just abruptly ended, and then there are employers, there are businesses who are struggling. They are suffering to find. They are not able to find people. So I think because of that, Canada kept issuing. There were other avenues like the study permits and open work permits of the spouses of the students.
Correct.
And we have phenomenal success rate with the open work permits as well. The approval rate is very high. So all that kept happening, and we were surprised when we looked at the IRCC data of the number of study permits
that were approved. Yes.
Number of students who were approved last year. It was not that bad at all. India had about 85,000,
81 or 80, okay, something 80,000
plus. Philippines had about 4,500 plus. It was 6,000 before the pandemic, but 4,500 is still
great number.
It's still 3/4, 75% of the thing. So I think China still had more than 50,000 study permits issued, which was like at the center of
Nigeria was around 6,000.
So the numbers were not drastically affected. Still, Canada tried to push through. They encouraged online study. So a lot of policy changes were made where you can study from your home country and still be eligible for the post-graduation work permit. And that has been extended till 31st of December 2021. You can complete the entire program online from home, from your home country, and still qualify for the post-graduation work permit.
Two other things which I would like to stress upon as well in the immigration thing that they did. Like you said about the dependent, yes. See, now let's say your spouse was in Canada or is in Canada for that matter. Even now the pandemic kind of regulation still exists, right? So if your spouse is in Canada and then you are a dependent who's in another country, Canada is processing those applications very fast. Okay, so this is not the Thanos one, but they're processing the applications very fast, and then they are letting you come into the country. Okay, there's a lot of restrictions for other people, but the dependent
family reunification.
Absolutely, that is what Canada is all about. Okay, so that is happening very fast. The second thing which the immigration minister did as well is phenomenal. Okay, if your work permit is expiring after January 27th of 2021 up till I think November 3rd, I think we calculated the dates, November 3rd.
Up to end of July you can apply.
Up to end of July you can apply, but if you look at it, 4 months from 27th of July, November 27th, exactly. So that what they've done is, so those people whose work permit is expiring pretty soon, the government has given them an extension for 18 months. It's an application, of course. We can help you through that application, but very clear-cut application. 18 months is what you get. So a lot of people got a lifeline. Okay, and they're so thankful. You know, it's blessed. You know,
exactly, because many people
couldn't
still
work
lost their jobs.
Exactly,
even though they are on a post-graduation work permit, because of the lockdown and stuff, people lost their jobs. So the immigration department was very thoughtful of doing this, and this was a very good move.
True.
And obviously, those people will be extremely thankful to the immigration for doing that. True. 18 months is a really long time.
It is,
and a lot of people are going to gain valuable Canadian experience, which is going to help them qualify for more than one program when they are looking to apply for permanent residence.
True. So if 1 year they complete, they want to apply for the Express Entry pool, you never know, the 75 can happen again.
You never know. Fingers crossed. We really hope it happens again, so that a lot of people who come to Canada invest in their future, get to have that opportunity to apply for permanent residency as well, and enjoy all the benefits which we are enjoying as residents in Canada.
That is for sure.
All right. So I think this was a very fruitful discussion today.
Absolutely. Another thing that we need to also come out with is our Chandigarh office. You know.
True. Yeah. So we are opening our new branch office in Sector 34A. And we leave the contact details of the new office in the description below as well. So if you have anybody from Chandigarh or the nearby cities in Punjab or towns in Punjab who would like to contact our Punjab office, you can definitely do so. We have very good staff there who can help you with counseling and program choices and so on and so forth. So definitely.
True. See, the thing is, universal immigration, one thing is we always put service as the number one factor. You know, when you put service as number one, money always follows you. So we were never greedy for money or running behind money. Okay, we want to charge this much, that much. No. The thing is, of course, for a market in Punjab, we need to have a package kind of deal, which we will have. And then two good staff we have who are experienced, solid experience they have put in for universal immigration even before coming to this office in Chandigarh. But we are catering to the whole of India. You know, we have an office in Chennai, which caters to the southern part. Then we have an office in Bhilai, which caters to the middle part of India, central India. Then we have Punjab office, which caters to the northern part of India. And then, of course, Coimbatore is our accounting and processing offices. Okay, so which means we are covered in India fully. And we know how each market works, what the students are aspiring for. So we are able to give, sector-wise, how the market is perceiving our services, and we provide our services accordingly.
Fantastic. So do reach out to our branch offices if you're in India, or even if you're in any part of the world. We can definitely help you, because now every application is 100% online, except for visiting the Visa Application Center for biometrics.
True.
There's no real need for you to be physically present in any of the cities where we have offices in. So feel free to email us, contact us. There are various ways to reach us. We leave all the contact information in the description below. We can reach us through WhatsApp, through Skype, and through email, and through phone calls, right?
And watch this segment. Now that we have a studio here, I would look at doing multiple videos, giving information. Basically, that is what this is all about. We're gonna have fun. Okay, absolutely, we're gonna have fun. A lot of interesting subjects. The entertainment subject that we have
will be there,
yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of non-immigration related topics as well, and personalities who are non-immigration related as well.
Exactly.
So we want to diversify this channel, give as much information as possible about Canada and non-Canadian content as well.
And I'm going to promote a lot of youth as well. There are some videos that I'm planning on. Watch this for sure. I'm planning a lot of youth in this segment. Things
talented performers.
Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
yes.
True.
So very excited. A lot of things coming for us for this channel. All right. So this is very extempo. We don't plan this out. We just decided, okay, let's do some videos. Let's just sit and talk what's in our mind. So this may not be perfect, We may stammer, we may stutter here and there, but it's natural, all
Absolutely,
natural.
yeah,
all right?
exactly.
So
Not
that-
scripted, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not scripted, basically. So this. I think this brings us to the end of our first episode in our new studio. Look out for more content. If you like this video, please do like it, share it with your friends and family. Press the bell icon, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think
They say that,
I don't
right?
think there's an order for that.
I think there is a script, you know.
Yeah,
like,
you first click the thumbs up, and then you click the bell icon, then leave a comment, and then you share it with your friends.
Right, okay.
I think this is a fair order, I believe.
I don't
right?
know.
Right. So do support our channel as well. There's a lot of exciting content coming in.
For sure.
Thank you for joining us in this session. Thank you, Sailesh, again.
Thank
we'll
you,
be doing
Karthik.
more sessions.
Absolutely, for sure.
More videos as well. So all the best. Looking forward to giving a lot of fruitful content in the future for you. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.